Hey family, it's none other than your favorite Auntie Jai, aka your favorite Canna Mama, aka Jailen. And if you're watching this, it's because you probably want to know about the current project that I'm working on my land that I am going to call officially Lifestyle. Yes. Huh. I think that fits. I think that fits. Anyways, I just bought some land in the jungle of Belize, and it was cleared and everything when I first bought it, but the jungle always takes things back. So it is in deep need of me getting a team out there to help me clear the land again and to start planting and growing things and all that jazz. Right now, the immediate things that I'm trying to do are build a fence, something to keep out probably uh, the probably more dangerous jungle friends, a well, two wells actually, one located closer to where the main shelter will be, and then one further out, probably in the middle of the agriculture. But I would like to create two wells, and I would like to create a shelter, an eco-friendly, off-grid, sustainable, nature compatible, jungle compatible shelter. Those are the first three things: fence, wells, shelter. I also want to be able to empower and invest in the local community as well while doing this. Yes, I am Garifuna. Yes, I am a Belizean American, a Garifuna American, etc. And so I do have, blood ties to the land, but also it is blessing me and giving me so much. And I've had opportunities that maybe my other brothers and sisters or actual immediate cousins and friends back home do not have, you know? And because of that, I want to do my part in empowering the local community as well as providing a safe space, um, and spiritual and adventurous destination for like-minded people, you know? And I think the best ways to do that is to get local, young Garifuna, skilled, very qualified, talented young Garifuna people in on the agricultural process, on the building process, on the maintenance process as well, you know? Being able to uh, affordably and very, very fairly compensate them for their skills and their talents and what they bring to the table. Because unfortunately, minimum wage in Belize is like $1.75 US an hour, and people are working their behinds off to still not get by. You know, the same song and dance we deal with in a lot of parts of the United States, you know? But I want to be able to actually give them wages they can live on, um, and actually do something for their families with, and I want to bring agriculture and self-sustainability and self-sufficiency back to the Garifuna youth, as well. And all of this, you guys can all be a part of this process, something that gives to you, but also gives to others around you as well, which, which leads me to the number, the 20,000. I am really trying to reach that goal because that will not only get us a good quality fence for protection around the property, because it is in the middle of the jungle, and though there is other property, like the rest of the acres, because I don't have a full acre, the rest of the acres are clear for now. Until someone owns those and maintains those, they will be back to jungle sooner than later. Like already, I had the land cleared in June, and already the bush is up to my navel, okay? And we have all kinds of friends and creatures that love to make themselves known just in my home, back in the bush. But in actual jungle, it's a lot more popping, which is why adequate fencing and adequate shelter are a must, as well as having skilled professionals dig the well and be able to afford the pumps and generators and all that. But I want to be able to pay the people to help build these things fairly, the local people, you know? Here are some perks about the land, a little more to let you know a little more about it. It is in the Belizean jungle, but it is only about maybe 2 miles from what I have dubbed one of the most poppin', for me personally, Garifuna villages on the coast of Belize, Dangriga, okay? To each their own opinion, but it's home to me. I literally live there. So there's that. It's about 2, maybe 3 miles outside of Dangriga. It's about 1.5 miles from the Dangriga airport. About $50-$60 will take you from the Belize, the major airport in Belize, straight into town, and you'll be just right there away from the land. There you have, it's like maybe a 10-15 minute bike ride to the beach. And where the land is located, the beach is kind of private. But also, if you're there on a Sunday and you want to see what's popping at the beach into town, that's like a 20-30 minute bike ride as well. And I'm telling you guys, typical Sundays at the beach in town are popping. Okay, it's lit. Okay, you heard it from me. What else? I live maybe about 2-mile bike ride from the property, and in the meantime, while we're developing and stuff, if people who are interested want to come and camp out and visit, but you also want to be able to take a hot shower or eat some good home-cooked vegan food, I am a vegan chef, that's what I do, or whatever the case, then, I live close by as well and can easily help facilitate people throughout their trips and their stays. And Belize is great as well because it's got so much to offer as far as experiences. I got people that can take you to blue holes, waterfalls, cave tubing, ATVing, zip lining, Mayan ruins. What else? Spice tours, spice farms. Like I went and I love taking people. It's a spice farm, just like maybe 15 minutes away from a Mayan ruin. And they take you on a tour on a trolley through the farm and show you like all the different spices and let you taste them, etc. And in the end, they prepare for you some traditional Mayan food by some indigenous people. So, there's all kinds of a variety of things to experience. Depending on what time of year you come, there might be a whole lot of stuff going on with the Garifuna people. So you have the option of, going and isolating yourself in the jungle and being completely surrounded by nature, to within the hour going and experiencing something that the place has to offer as well. So it's just secluded enough to where you can have the best of both worlds. It's completely off grid, and I want to build it that way to remain that way. But especially in these times, y'all, I cannot do it alone. So I definitely made this to just put it out there and see what kind of help we can get. You guys, let's build this oasis, this heaven. Let's empower the local people by getting them back into agriculture and giving them the opportunity to provide for themselves and their families. Let's give back to ourselves by going out and tapping in. And maybe you might wake up and see a huge, beautiful tarantula with like an orange belly on the outside of your window or your tent screen, but that's why you came to the middle of the jungle. You may wake up to a gorgeous, brightly colored iguana on the ceiling, but that's what you came for. You might be walking under a tree during mango season and one just so happens to drop on your head, but that's what you came for. Fresh air, clean water, just life, abundance, fruit, food growing everywhere, hammocks, sustainable, eco-friendly homes, tents. There's just the potential is endless. And this place can exist. It can exist. You know, it does exist. And you could be a part of turning it into the, you know, the little piece of heaven that we all need and deserve. If you've ever visited the village or the womb in the Mojave Desert in California, then you already know what I'm on. Just picture that, but tropical, and a lot more wildlife, but a lot more vegetation as well. And at the same time, if you wanted to go jump into, you know, a town or a village or a city, you could do all of that as well. You know, it's like, it's just so much. It's so much. Now, I do offer tour packages as well, but that's separate from this. But the money from the tour packages is what I'm using to invest in this as well. You can donate here. And what I was thinking is maybe, okay, anybody who donates over $700 will be able to basically come and experience everything for free. Like, you know, no minimum donation or anything like that. How does that sound to you guys? I think it sounds good. Let me know. I think it sounds good. As far as like Airbnb being there and just general visits and stays and stuff, the only reason why I would ask for anything is to be able to pay the local people to continue to help maintain it, you know, help grow the food, harvest the food, help to keep the land clear, maintenance on things and whatnot, because that's not something I can do all by myself. And I think realistically, it's not like I'm gonna have volunteers flying in from all over the world every day, you know, or every week, or even like, you know, every month. And I'm telling you guys, this is the jungle. It's already back up to my navel, and it was just cleared a couple months ago. I cannot maintain this land on my own, and I would need help. And I would need help at times when I don't have volunteers or travelers or tourists or whatever. I would need help consistently, you know, and who better to do that than the people that live there, you know? So I think that makes sense. I hope you guys see how that makes sense as well. But yeah, so you can donate here, or you can message me personally and donate maybe through Cash App. And I only say that because here on GoFundMe, they take a percentage of your donations. And like if you were to send it directly to Cash App, then the 100% of your donation will go. Another way you can help and support is by signing up for my Patreon. My Patreon, Piece by Piece Jai. You got a pecan, sorry. So that's another way you can support as well. Basically all of my resources, all my personal resources and all the resources that I receive with the intention of building this place is going towards building this place, you know, and then eventually expanding and building more places like it. So that's the plan. Also, if you ever want to visit, I know it's not, you know, fully developed and all that kind of stuff now, but if you're looking for a raw, very raw jungle experience, or maybe you just want to come see what you know, the best of both worlds kind of life I was talking about, you know, see what's going on locally, but also get some time isolated in the jungle. You can do that now too, you know, if you want to come out and maybe help clear the land, or maybe plant, or help build the fence or whatever. I would say contact me about that. Any resources or materials that you may want to send or bring, you know, I know the best ways to do that as well. You know, it's a collective effort, and whatever comes will definitely be appropriately put to use. You know, we still will need generators and solar panels and all these things, but all these things will come with time. So as of immediately, the first goal is to raise at least $20,000 US so that we can build an adequate fence, have 2 wells with pumps, and adequate shelter. First 3 things, you know. in whatever way you can help accomplish those, because the next thing after that would be generators and solar electricity. But yeah, any way you can help is well received. Um, the easiest way to help, though, is to donate. So yeah, that's the tea on that. I know this is a long 15 minutes, but thank you guys for giving me the time, and listening through. Hopefully you're as excited about this project as I am. On Camp Lifestyle, Lifestyle Village. I know I want it to be called Lifestyle. But yeah, I will be on the lookout. I'm going to put the links to my social medias somewhere if possible, but be on the lookout as well. Throughout the development of the process, I will be doing live Q&As and things like that, letting you guys know how the progress is going, and all that jazz. Right now, I'm here in California, grinding my ass off, trying to make it happen. I'm personally trying to hustle up and save at least 6,000 US by the time I go back home in November, back to Belize, because that's where we live. I'm trying to personally save up that much. I don't know how close I'll get. Looking rough right now, but I'm optimistic that I'm gonna turn it around. But in the meantime, anybody else who's here and whatnot, that's the goal, and I encourage you guys to join me, so yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my progress, and then also the progress of the land and all those kinds of things. I look forward to your help and hopefully meeting you and all that jazz throughout this journey while we really develop this land into a reality. I think the first Q&A that I'll do most likely on my Patreon will be why I decided to name it Lifestyle. So that, and then of course I'll be taking questions and all that kind of stuff to talk about things in more detail. But I'm gonna wrap this up because it's been a significant amount of time. But yeah, that's all. Peace, y'all.